dear students, welcome to the online classes of Financial Accounting 3. Here in this session, I am going to start with the second chapter, that is retirement of a partner. In this video, we are going to discuss about meaning of retirement of a partner, what are the reasons for the retirement of a partner from an existing partnership firm, and also what are the adjustments to be made in the books of the firm at the time of retirement. So let us take up the concepts one by one. First, we need to understand here what is the meaning of retirement of a partner. It is said that when one or more partners leave the firm and the remaining partners continue to do the business of the firm, it is known as retirement of a partner. In simple words, if there is a partnership firm with few members, then if one or more than one partner wants to retire from the partnership firm, but the other partners would continue the business of the firm in the future, that process is called retirement of a partner. I'll give an example. Let us suppose that there is a partnership firm having three partners A, B and C. Okay. Now C wants to retire from the partnership firm, but there are another two partners who are going to continue the business of the firm. So this process whereby C is going to retire from the partnership firm, but the business of the firm is continued by the remaining partners A and B. This process is called retirement of a partner. Okay. Then let us understand what are the reasons for the retirement of a partner. They have given reasons like old age. If the partner C is attaining old age, then he may not wish to continue as a partner. He wants to come out of the partnership firm taking retirement. Okay, that could be one of the reasons. Then second one, poor health. Okay, if the partner is suffering from some health issues, then also he can take retirement and come out of the partnership firm. And the third reason could be strained relationships. Strained relationship is nothing but if the partner is having some misunderstanding with the remaining partners or continuing partners, then also he may come out of the business. Okay, so these are some of the reasons for the retirement of a partner. Then let us understand what are the modes of retirement. The first one, a partner retires either with the consent of all the partners. So when C wants to retire from the partnership firm, he has to take the consent of all the partners. So apart from C, who are the remaining partners? A and B, which means that he has to take the consent or permission of A and B if he wants to retire from the partnership firm. That is the first mode of retirement. The second mode could be as per the terms of agreement. Okay. In the previous video itself we have discussed whenever a partnership firm is formed, they will have written agreement which is called partnership deed. The terms of agreement might say that one particular partner has to retire on so and so date. Okay. In such a case, as per the agreement, that particular partner will have to retire from the partnership firm. That is what meant by retiring as per the terms of agreement. Third mode could be at his or her own will. Okay, there is possibility that whenever a partner is suffering from health issues or if he is not happy with the other partners, he has some misunderstanding, then he may not wish to continue as a partner. He wants to come out of the partnership firm. Then according to his or her own wish, a partner can come out of the partnership firm taking the retirement. So these are the three different modes of retirement of a partner. Okay, then let us understand what is the effect of retirement of a partner on the partnership firm. Due to retirement, the existing partnership comes to an end and the remaining partners form a new agreement and partnership firm is reconstituted with new terms and conditions. Okay, so it means that whenever a partner is retiring from the partnership firm, whatever the agreement they had earlier, that is going to be dissolved. That comes to an end. For example, as I gave the example in the previous slide, there were three partners A, B and C. Whenever they form the partnership firm together, taking all the three partners, they will have the agreement among all the three partners. But when one partner is retiring from the partnership firm, whatever the partnership agreement they had among all the three partners A, B and C, that comes to an end. The partnership agreement will be dissolved, but the partnership business will be continued by other two partners who are called continuing partners or remaining partners. Because one partner is retiring, the partnership business will not be dissolved, only partnership agreement will be dissolved, and the remaining partners will continue the business of the firm with the new agreement between them, where they will have new terms and conditions for reconstituting the firm. Okay, then at the time of retirement, the retiring partner's claim has to be settled. So whatever the claim the retiring partner has in the partnership firm, that has to be settled at the time of retirement. That will be specifically stated in the partnership deed how the settlement has to be done. If it is not stated in the partnership deed, then it has to be agreed upon by the partners at the time of retirement. Okay, so this is how the retirement procedure has to be followed at the time of retirement of a partner from the partnership firm. Then let us discuss about the adjustments to be made in the books of the firm at the time of retirement. The first one is new profit sharing ratio or gaining ratio. As we have seen in the first chapter, that is admission of a partner, there we have calculated two ratios, that is sacrifice ratio and new profit sharing ratio. Similarly, in the second chapter, in the case of retirement also, we need to calculate two ratios. They are called gaining ratio or gain ratio, and the second one is new profit sharing ratio. Okay, so this is the first adjustment. The second one is goodwill treatment, so we will discuss that in detail in the next upcoming video. Then the third one is revaluation of assets and liabilities. So this is also similar to the previous chapter. So we need to prepare the revaluation account where we are going to show the revaluation effect of assets and liabilities. Okay. Then transfer of reserve or other accumulated reserve among the partners in the old profit sharing ratio. Then transfer of undistributed profit or loss account. So here if there is any debit or credit balance of profit and loss account, again that has to be distributed among the partners in the old profit sharing ratio. Then settlement of retiring partners due, that is retiring partners claim, how it has to be settled, that also we will discuss in detail in the upcoming video. Then new capital of the continuing partners, so how the new capital of the continuing partners have to be maintained for the future, that is also an adjustment which we have to discuss at the time of retirement. Okay, now let us take up the first adjustment, that is calculation of gain ratio and new profit sharing ratio. In this video I have covered only calculation of gain ratio. In the next upcoming video we will take up the second ratio, that is new profit sharing ratio. Okay, now let's understand what is the gain ratio or gaining ratio. Gain ratio refers to the ratio in which remaining partners or continuing partners of the firm gain or acquire the share of retiring partner on his retirement. Okay, gain ratio is nothing but when one partner is retiring from the partnership firm, whatever the share he used to get earlier, that will be acquired by the continuing partners or that will be gained by the continuing partners. So the ratio or proportion in which it has gained by the remaining partner, that particular ratio is called gain ratio. Okay, give an example to make you understand what is the gain ratio. Let us suppose that there were three partners P, Q and R, and they were equal partners. So the old profit sharing ratio between P, Q and R is 1:1:1. Let us also suppose that the firm on an average earned a profit of 1,50,000. Okay, this has to be distributed among all the three partners as per old profit sharing ratio. So for first partner 50,000, second one also 50,000, and third one also 50,000. Okay, this is how the distribution of profit has to be done among all the three partners. But now one of the partners, that is R, wants to retire from the partnership firm, but the other remaining partners want to continue the business of the firm. Okay, in that case the remaining partner P and Q decide that let us share the future profit in the same ratio as before. So what is the ratio between P and Q? 1:1. So they are going to continue the business of the firm business of the firm with the same ratio as before. So the new profit sharing ratio between P and Q will be 1:1. Okay, now if the firm earns same profit in the future, that is 1,50,000, it will be distributed as per the new profit sharing ratio between P and Q because R has already retired. So how the distribution goes? For first partner 50% of that 75,000, for second partner also 75,000, which comes to total of 1,50,000. So now we have to compare regarding the gain ratio. Earlier, the first partner P was getting only 50,000 profit, but now after R's retirement, he is going to get 75,000 provided the firm earns same profit. Okay. Similarly, the second partner Q also, he was getting only 50,000, but now anymore he will get 75,000. Okay. Now you can compare Earlier the first partner was getting only 50,000, but now he is going to get 75,000. Difference is 25,000. Okay, so this is the extra profit which he has gained because of R's retirement. Okay, earlier this 25,000 was given to R, but now in the future he is not going to continue. So whatever the share he was getting, that has been gained by P. Okay, only to the extent of 25,000. Similarly, in case of second partner Q also, he was getting only 50,000, but anymore he is going to get 75,000. So the difference again in the second case also 25,000. This 25,000 also has been gained by because of the retirement of R. Otherwise it would have been given to R. So if you add now here 25,000 and 25,000, which comes to 50,000. Actually this is the share of R which he was getting earlier before his retirement. But now because of his retirement, other two partners, that is P and Q, are gaining that 25,000 and 25,000, which will be added to their total profit. Okay, now we have to calculate in which ratio they have gained this profit. 25,000 and 25,000, which comes to 1:1 ratio. So this is the ratio in which the share of retiring partner has been gained by other remaining partner. So this particular ratio is called gain ratio. So you understood that gain ratio is nothing but the ratio in which the remaining partners or continuing partners are gaining or acquiring the share of retiring partner on his retirement. Okay, then we need to understand what is the purpose of calculation of gain ratio. Gain ratio is necessary for adjusting goodwill of the retiring partner's share to the remaining partner's capital account on his or her retirement. Okay, goodwill adjustment we have already seen in case of first chapter, that is admission of a partner. There they are taking one more new partner who has to give compensation because the old partners are going to sacrifice a part of their share in favor of the new partner. So compensation has to be given by the new partner to the old partners. Okay, that is why we are going to calculate sacrifice ratio in the first chapter. But here in the second chapter, who has to give compensation to whom? The remaining partners have to give compensation to the retiring partner, because of the retirement of retiring partner, they are going to acquire his share. So compensation has to be given by remaining partners or continuing partners to the retiring partner. In this case, in this present example, R is going to retire and his share will be gained by other two partners. So who has to give the compensation? P and Q have to give the compensation to the retiring partner R. So in order to adjust retiring partner's share of goodwill to the capital accounts of P and Q for giving the compensation, we need to calculate the gain ratio. So that is the purpose of calculation of gain ratio. Then let us see about the difference between the sacrifice ratio and gain ratio. Sacrifice ratio we have calculated in the first chapter, that is in case of admission of a partner. Then gain ratio we have just now discussed, which has to be calculated at the time of retirement of a partner. So let us list down what are the differences between sacrifice ratio and gain ratio. The first basis of differencing between the sacrifice ratio and gain ratio is meaning. Okay, we can write the meaning of sacrifice ratio as well as gain ratio. So what is the meaning of sacrifice ratio? The proportion or the ratio in which old partners sacrifice their share in favor of the new partner is called sacrifice ratio. The proportion or the ratio in which continuing partners gain the share of outgoing partner or retiring partner on his retirement is called gain ratio. Okay, the second basis for differencing is sacrifice ratio is calculated at the time of admission of a partner. So that is the occasion. Admission of a partner is the reason for calculation of sacrifice ratio. Then the second occasion is retirement or death of a partner. Whenever retirement happens or death of a partner happens in the partnership firm, they have to calculate the gain ratio. Then formula. Usually the sacrifice ratio is the difference between old ratio and new ratio, but in case of gain ratio, it is calculated as gain ratio is equal to new ratio minus old ratio. Okay, so these are the three differences between sacrifice ratio and gain ratio. Then let us see about calculation of gain ratio. As we discussed in the previous slide, gain ratio is generally the difference between new share and old share. Nothing but new ratio and old ratio, because whenever the retiring partner retires, his share will be gained and it will be added to the old share, okay, because of which you can calculate new share. So it is the difference between the new share and old share, okay. So that is what I have given here. Generally, gain ratio is the difference between new profit sharing ratio and old profit sharing ratio, and we use the formula gain ratio is equal to new profit sharing ratio minus old profit sharing ratio. But it has to be calculated under 5 different circumstances depending upon the information given in the question. So let us take up the first case. Case 1. The problem gives the following informations. The first one, old profit sharing ratio of all the partners including the retiring partner will be given in the question, and it also states that the remaining partners share between themselves in future in the same ratio as before. Okay. In that case, how to calculate the gain ratio? The gain ratio will be equal to the new profit sharing ratio between the remaining partners. Okay. So now I have given one example to understand this first case. A, B, C were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. C retires from the partnership firm. The remaining partners, that is A and B, decide to share the future profits between themselves in the same ratio as before. Calculate the gain ratio. Okay. So here, what are the two informations they have given? First, they have given the old profit sharing ratio among all the partners, that is 5:3:2, and then it is given that C is retiring, and one more second information given that the remaining partners decide to share the future profits between themselves in the same ratio as before. So this is the second information given in the case 1. Okay. Now how to calculate the gain ratio? First we have to write what is the old profit sharing ratio among the three partners A, B and C. It is 5:3:2. Okay. Later C is going to retire from the partnership firm. So as the remaining partners share the future profit in the same ratio as before, the new profit sharing ratio between A and B will be the remaining ratio, that is 5:3. Now we can calculate what is the share gained by the partner. Share gained by partner is equal to new share minus old share. Okay. In case of A, share gained by A is equal to his new share is going to be 5/8 minus his old share was 5/10. So if you simplify, you get 10/80. Similarly, share gained by B is equal to his new share is 3/8 minus his old share was 3/10. If you simplify, it comes to 6/80. So gain ratio is equal to 10/80 is to 6/80. 10 is to 6, which can be further simplified as 5:3. Okay. So we have simplified here in order to verify whether the gain ratio will be equal to new profit sharing ratio between the partners. But in the questions while solving, we need not do all this verification. Straight away we can take the new profit sharing ratio between the remaining partners as the gain ratio wherever case 1 is applicable. Okay. Then let us take up the second case. Problem gives the following informations, that is only one information will be given, old profit sharing ratio of all the partners. Okay. In that case, we have to assume that the remaining partners will continue in the future in the same ratio as before. If you do that assumption, then there is no difference between case 2 and case 1. It will be similar to case 1. So how did we calculate the gain ratio? Gain ratio will be equal to new profit sharing ratio between the remaining partner. So same formula has to be applied in the case 2 also. Then coming to case 3, problem gives the following informations. The first one, old profit sharing ratio of all the partners will be given. Second one, it also states the gain ratio of the remaining partners. What we are going to calculate here? Gain ratio, and it will be specifically given in the question. So you need not do any further calculation. So whatever the gain ratio given specifically in the question, that has to be considered. Okay. Then the next one, fourth one, problem gives the following informations. The first one, old profit sharing ratio of all the partners will be given, and the second one, it also states the share gained by each of the remaining partner from the retiring partner. So what we have to do, share gained has to be simplified to calculate the ratio. Let us take one example. A, B and C are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. C retires from the firm. A, first partner gains 1 by 20 share and B gains 3 by 20 shares. So these are the share gained by remaining partners because of retirement of C. Calculate the gain ratio. So here share gained is specifically given, and if you see the denominators here, it is equal. Okay, you have to just take the numerator values to calculate the gain ratio. It will be 1:3. Okay, so we understood that wherever case 4 is applicable, share gain should be simplified to calculate the gain ratio. Okay, then the last case is case 5. Problem gives the following information. The first one is old profit sharing ratio of all the partners and new profit sharing ratio of the remaining partners. So these two informations will be given. So first we need to calculate here what is the share gained by each of the remaining partner. So formula is share gained is equal to new share minus share gain, old share. Okay, then the share gain should be simplified to calculate the gain ratio. Now I have given one example. P, Q and R were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 4:3:2. Q retires. Q is the second partner. He is retiring from the partnership firm. New profit sharing ratio between P and Q is P and R is 5 by 8 and 3 by 8. Calculate the gain ratio. So what are the two informations given? They have given old profit sharing ratio of all the partners and new profit sharing ratio of remaining partners. So what is the first step we have to follow? We need to calculate what is the share gained by each of the remaining partners. Before that, let us write what is the old profit sharing ratio of all the partners and new profit sharing ratio of P and R. Okay, share gained is equal to new share minus old share. In case of P, his new share is 5 by 8 minus his old share was 4 by 9. If you simplify, you get 13 by 72. Similarly, in case of second remaining partner, that is R, it is 3 by 8 is the new share minus old share was 2 by 9. If you simplify, you get 11 by 72. So we have completed with the first step, that is we have calculated what is the share gained by each of the remaining partner. Then it has to be simplified to calculate the gain ratio. In both the cases the denominator is same, that is 72. So we have to just take the values in the numerator, 13:11. Okay, this is how we calculate the gain ratio in the fifth case. Wherever case 5 is applicable, please follow the same step. First we will be calculating share gained by each of the remaining partner, then we are going to simplify to calculate the gain ratio. Okay, so these are the 5 cases of calculation of gain ratio. In the upcoming video we will take up how to calculate the new profit sharing ratio under same 5 cases, and also let us discuss the other adjustments to be made in the books of the firm at the time of retirement. Okay, that's it for this video. Let us meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.